I want to thank all of you for letting me speak today. That's so nice of you. Uncle Bernard lived a full life, and because for more than half of his 83 years on the planet he did work as a newspaperman, I have a feeling he might just approve of what I'm about to do. Tell you the truth, I mean, if I'm really honest about it, I guess I'm not really 100% certain he would approve because, well, the truth is, I didn't really know my uncle too well. I hardly ever saw him, in fact. Chalk it up to the usual fear of old people and how they remind us of death, or something. I'm not sure. But no, I can't say I knew Bernard well, so I was especially touched when my request to speak at his funeral was granted. Thank you, Rose. I mean, it's no secret that Bernard and Stanley, my father, were not exactly on speaking terms, but I digress. I'm not up here to talk about any of that. No, that's ancient history. No. What I'd much rather talk to you about is the scarf on my head. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to rip it off or anything. Though I should tell you that if I did, it's not a bald head you would see. Oh, no. No, see, I'm not one of those well-adjusted chemo patients who accept the loss of her hair with dignity and courage and whatever and marches straight to the beauty salon for a shave. Hell no. I'm 9 months into this ordeal and I still can't let go of my hair. You see, my hair, it's sort of been my trademark. So what's underneath the scarf right now is basically a horror show. Oh yeah, patches of mousy, wispy strands, bald, scabby patches where my scalp is breaking out. You want to see? Didn't think so. I thought about pulling the scarf off to force all of you to confront what you've done to me, but then I thought, I don't need to be that biblical about it. Leave it to their imaginations. I think some of you have those. Okay, here's the thing. Half of you people who call yourselves family, half of you are fucking MDs. And if anyone should have understood the importance of genetic testing and ovarian cancer, it's all of you. Yes, you, Aunt Rose, Cousin Alex, Cousin Mitchell. You see, I get it that my dad and your dad didn't speak, but we did. We spoke. You all didn't hesitate to pick up the phone and call me whenever one of your darling little angels was graduating from some no-name college to ask for my help, landing them a broker's assistant position at Merrill or Morgan Stanley. And I was happy to help because I thought that's what families do. We help each other. Or so I thought. But you all knew there had been cancer on this side of the family, but I didn't. When Aunt Lydia died of ovarian cancer, I was told she died of a stroke. And when Ernestine died of breast cancer, I was told it was diabetes. And now I find out I'm the only female adult over 40 in this room not to have been tested for the BRCA1 gene. I have sat across the desk from a lot of doctors since my diagnosis, more than 20 at last count. And you know what I see on their faces every time they open my chart and see my age? Because, of course, it's pity, because nobody in their 40s should have to die from this, and yet the odds for a woman my age are pretty shitty. But then, when they see who my dad was, and that Stanley was the head of surgery at Bellevue Hospital, and that I have a lot of cancer on his side of the family, here's what I see playing across their faces. And it's the same every time. An educated woman with 2 master's degrees, a doctor's daughter who certainly understood the genetic testing of cancers in relatives. She must be a real mess. To be that negligent, That's what I see in their eyes as they ask, why did you never get a BRCA genetic test? I can't imagine, they can't imagine the reckless disregard for human life. And neither can I. Because, of course, it was your reckless disregard for human life, really. For my life. For Stanley's daughter's life. Stanley's an asshole. Stanley's a prick. He stole his mother's inheritance from his brother. Don't warn Francine about the cancer. What do we care about these people? But that's not the worst part. You want to know what's worse? What's worse is the look on their faces after I explained to them that all my cousins and my aunts and uncles, that they kept the cancer a secret, that they all got tested early and often, and yet never bothered to inform me or my parents about it. The look on my doctors' faces then? Well, by then, my fate is sealed. They hear me catalog it. The lies, the omissions, the failures to warn me, to possibly act to save me. And the negligence piles up on itself like shit or bile until it crystallizes in the doctor's eyes in one fat, solid, impenetrable indictment. Not of you all, no, but of me. They look at me as I chart the path of one cousin's death after another, until they see that there can only truly be one possible answer, one possible explanation for this level of chronic neglect. Their patient, the woman sitting across the desk from them, the person who will somehow have to treat that I must be a bitch. Is such an intolerable monster that I have driven an entire extended family to silence. Turn you all into my silent executioners. And you want to know the worst part? Sometimes I'm afraid they may be right. So, Uncle Bernard, who buried your wife 12 years ago and lied about it to my face again and again. I'm pleased to be speaking at your funeral, pleased to have lived to see you die. And if, as I imagine on my darkest days, you are in fact now burning in hell, then I suppose I will be seeing you soon, very soon. Too soon. Till then, à toute l'heure.